Reid Flair was the youngest son of a retired professional wrestler, Ric Flair. On March 29, 2013, Flair was found dead in bed at a residence inn in the South Park neighborhood of Charlotte, North Carolina. He was 25 years old. On June 14, 2013, Flair's autopsy revealed that it was a drug overdose of heroin and traces of 2 prescription tranquilizers, clonazepam and alprazolam, which contributed to his death. Test was found dead in his Tampa, Florida apartment on March 13, 2009. 4 days prior to his 34th birthday. Toxicology reports revealed that Test's death was caused by an accidental overdose of the pain medication oxycodone. Forensic pathologist Dr. Bennett Amalu reveals that Martin had severe chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a brain condition caused by repeated concussions of head injuries that can cause mood swings, depression, and aggressive behavior. Crash Holly died on November 6, 2003. At his friend and fellow wrestler, Stevie Richards' house in Florida. He was 32 years old. Empty bottles of the prescription drug, carisoprodol, and a partially consumed bottle of alcohol were found nearby. His death, caused by choking on his own vomit, was officially ruled a suicide. He was buried in China Grove, in Rowan County, North Carolina. Matt Borne was found dead on June 28, 2013. In the Plano, Texas apartment he lived in. The cause of death was determined to be an accidental overdose of morphine and hydrocodone. He also suffered from heart disease, which had been a contributing factor in his death. On May 1, 2003. In Marietta, Georgia. Luger called 911 to report that Elizabeth was not breathing and was pronounced dead at the age of 42. A medical examiner listed the cause of death as acute toxicity brought on by a mix of painkillers and vodka. On June 15, 2007, Martel died at her mother's residence in McCalla, Alabama, near Birmingham. She was 49 years old. On September 11, 2007, homicide investigators in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, released a toxicology report stating that she died of an overdose with multiple drugs in her system, including high amounts of oxycodone. On the morning of August 27, 2010, Luna was found dead by her mother at her home in Pasco County, Florida. She was 48 years old. According to the District 6 Medical Examiner's office in Florida, she died from an overdose of oxycodone and benzodiazepine. Vachon became addicted to medication at some point and underwent rehabilitation. Paid for by WWE. Bigelow's girlfriend found him dead in his home in Hudson, Florida. At approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the morning of January 19, 2007. He was 45 years old. An autopsy found that Bigelow's death was due to multiple drugs found in his system, including toxic levels of cocaine and anti-anxiety drugs known as benzodiazepines. Knighton was found dead by police in a McDonald's bathroom next to a hotel he was staying in Linthicum, Maryland. On February 4, 2016. An autopsy showed that Knighton's cause of death was a heroin overdose. On October 21, 2016, it was revealed that Knighton suffered from chronic traumatic encephalopathy. On August 13, 2007, Adams was found unconscious by his wife at their Tampa, Florida home. The medical examiner concluded that the cause of death was a result of mixing the painkiller buprenorphine with the muscle relaxant carisoprodol and the sedatives chlordiazepoxide and alprazolam. The drugs combination impeded his respiratory system enough to kill him. He was 43 years old. Kanyon had been suffering from bipolar disorder and he threatened suicide in the weeks prior to his death. On April 2, 2010. Found him dead in his Sunnyside, Queens, apartment. An empty bottle of antidepressants and the drug Seroquel were found nearby. He was 40 years old. Kanyon left behind a note of apology for his family. The cause of death is suicidal due to drug overdose. Murphy grew up in Hamilton, Ontario. As a child, he developed a disease that prevented him from growing any hair on his body. On March 23, 1970, Murphy and Bernard were scheduled to face the Kentuckian and Mr. Wrestling. Before the event, his wife found him dead in their apartment, having overdosed on sleeping pills in an apparent suicide. On December 14, 2008, Mike Bell was found dead at a rehabilitation facility in Costa Mesa, California. It was ruled that he died of an inhalation-induced heart attack brought on by an accidental inhalation of difluoroethane in dust-off, a compressed gas product used for cleaning objects. Bell was 37 years old. Durante died on September 25, 2003, along with his girlfriend, Diana Hulsey, both from a fentanyl-induced overdose. He and his girlfriend were found after lying in their home dead for days, with needle marks on their bodies. Duncum was found dead of an apparent drug overdose on January 24, 2000, at 5 a.m. in the morning by his roommate. He was 34 years old. An autopsy revealed that Duncum had overdosed on fentanyl, a painkiller that can be up to 100 times more potent than morphine. He did not have a prescription for the drug. He had 3 patches of the drug at the time of his death. William Chase Tatum wrestling career lasted less than 2 years and left him with severe back problems, which required back surgery. Without any health insurance, he developed a dependence to painkillers. Tatum was found dead at his home in Atlanta, Georgia's Buckhead neighborhood after an apparent accidental drug overdose. On March 23, 2008, his father states that Tatum was planning to enter a rehabilitation facility to help overcome his addiction. He was 35 years old. Lance Cade died on August 13, 2010, at the age of 29 of apparent heart failure in San Antonio, Texas. His wife Tanya had noticed that he was not looking well in the week prior to his death. On October 13, 2010, a staffer of the San Antonio Medical Examiner said he had accidentally died from mixed drug intoxication, complicating a cardiomyopathy. Spicolli had stopped taking drugs after renewed fears for his health. On February 15, 1998, Spicolli died at the age of 27 after overdosing on soma and wine, choking on his own vomit in his sleep. Investigators found an empty vial of the male hormone testosterone, pain pills and an anxiety-reducing drug. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office determined the drugs might have contributed to his heart condition.